Hi everyone, my name is Jessica and today I want to do a quick video about my language goals for 2023. I know this video is really late, it's already February now. I did actually film a video in January a couple of weeks ago, but I've since revised my goals. I've noticed that my goals were really too ambitious and I've now set more reasonable goals. Like last year, I'm trying to create a system to incorporate more languages in my daily life rather than setting specific language level focus goals. I've noticed when I do that, I tend to fail. I never achieve these goals, and I think it's because language learning then becomes a source of stress for me, and I'm too focused on achieving these goals, and I'm more focused on achieving the goal rather than enjoying the process, and I end up really dislike learning the language. So I'm trying to avoid doing that and just trying to incorporate languages more organically, more naturally in my life. My main language is German this year, and I'll also be studying Russian and Chinese, Cantonese, and hopefully some new languages too, perhaps Spanish and maybe Italian, but I won't be studying them at the same time. I'll only have one main language, and then throughout the year I'll probably switch it up a bit. So that's more or less my plan. I've decided to split my year into quarters. I've noticed that 3 months is a really good amount of time for me to focus on one language and to actually achieve results as well. So 3 months is a good amount of time for me to feel like I've made progress, and it's not too long that I start to get bored of studying that language. So for the first 3 months, January, February and March, I'll be focusing on German and a little bit of Italian. I have booked a weekend trip to Milan, so I think it'd be really cool to speak a little bit of Italian when I'm in Italy. Then April, May, June. In May, I plan to go to Taiwan with my sister, and of course I'll be studying Chinese then. So April and May, I'm mainly focused on Chinese, and then in June I thought it'd be a really good time to do some Cantonese. Then July, August, September, I probably will go back to German again. I'm thinking about perhaps attending a language school or at least do some classes. I'm not really sure yet, but I would like to learn German more intensively then. January, February, I've lost count now. Where am I? September, right? So it's October, November, December. Probably Russian. I haven't really decided yet. I'm hoping I'll be in a right frame of mind to study Russian, and then maybe in December I want to start Spanish. I'm hoping to visit Spain at the end of December, beginning of January, and I've been wanting to start Spanish since forever, and I'm really excited to do that, but yes, at the end of the year. As you can see, traveling really influences my language learning goals. Traveling really motivates me. That's probably why I have no Russian. There is no Russian in the year yet. Last year I visited Kazakhstan, so that was a big motivation for me to actually study Russian, because Russian is really difficult for me. Russian is so difficult, and I really need like that extra push to study Russian. But this year I don't think I'll be going to any Russian speaking country, so I don't know, hopefully I'll have enough motivation to study Russian at the end of the year. Okay, so I'll go into my goals a little bit more now. With German, I feel like I've hit this intermediate plateau. I can more or less express myself in German, but it can sound kind of stilted, it doesn't sound very natural, and I really do need to focus on my fluency, developing fluency in my so-called language islands. So this term language islands, I think I heard it first from Luca, perhaps. I actually can't quite remember who coined this term first. So the idea is that there are these islands, and these islands represent a topic. And these are the topics that you are most interested in, that you will often talk about. And you try to develop your fluency around these language islands. For example, for me, I'm interested in language learning, health, productivity, studying in general, like learning new skills in general, So I'm focusing in developing fluency in these language areas, like in these certain topics. Another thing I really want to focus on is just basically putting myself out there and speak German more. So I am in Berlin, if you don't know already, and because I work from home, I don't have any German colleagues, I don't have many German friends. It's sometimes I don't really even speak that much German on a day-to-day basis. So I'm thinking of either joining some sports club or doing some voluntary work, or just getting a bit more involved in my community. So that is definitely something that I really want to focus on this year. Reading is also going to be a big thing. I'm hoping to read 10 books this year. Originally I wanted to read one book every month, but I know what I'm like, so 10 books seems a bit more reasonable. I'm hoping to attend a pronunciation course. I struggle with umlauts, especially U umlaut and umlauts in general, and I feel like sometimes people don't understand me. I think it's because I sometimes I murmur a lot. I don't speak very clearly, even in English, and I can speak quite quickly too. So next is grammar. My grammar is atrocious in any language, especially in German and in Russian. So I know that I should focus on it, but I don't know what's the best way to do this, because I'm pretty sure if I buy a grammar textbook, I won't use it, but I should at least try. So I'm planning to buy a German grammar textbook and then slowly working through the exercises. If you have any recommendations on a good German grammar book series, then please let me know, because I find grammar books in general really boring, which is probably why my grammar is so bad, but definitely I should try. Okay, so that's it for German. Mandarin Chinese, so similar to German, I feel like I've hit this intermediate plateau. I can hold conversations in Chinese, but get me speaking about something a bit more specific, a bit more technical, then it's not gonna happen. So again, I want to focus on my fluency in my so-called language islands, and also because I'm going to Taiwan, I need to relearn traditional Chinese. So I did actually learn traditional Chinese when I studied Cantonese, but that was a long time ago, so I think I've forgotten a lot of it. And yes, so traditional Chinese is definitely an important goal. And next is doing more things in Chinese, watching more videos in Chinese, finding more YouTube channels in Chinese. Particularly interested in Taiwanese Chinese YouTube channels and podcasts. Last year I wanted to read more in Chinese, but I don't think I will do much reading this year. Perhaps a little bit, but that will definitely not be a focus, mainly just listening and speaking, yes. Next is Russian. So I've said that I'm probably not going to visit any Russian speaking countries this year, and that really influences my motivation to study Russian. So I haven't got any, I want to maintain my current level, I think. I think that's a safe goal to set. So I'm currently at, I wouldn't say I'm at a B1 level, I don't know. I'm on the way to an intermediate level, but I wouldn't say I'm confidently at an intermediate level. It's been a long ride, Russian. It's been hard, but I hope to maintain my level, and mainly through watching YouTube videos and talking to my Russian friend and talking to my partner in Russian. Perhaps every couple of weeks we will have a Russian, my partner and I will have a Russian weekend where we will only speak Russian. These weekends are always quite fun to do, actually. Okay, oh, I forgot about Cantonese. So Cantonese. Yes, so I said that I want to focus on Cantonese in June, so I'm really excited in doing that. My Cantonese is really rusty. I can understand a lot, but I can't really speak anymore. And my main problem with Cantonese is that when I speak Cantonese, I end up speaking Mandarin, or I end up mixing the two. So I really want to focus on just like splitting Cantonese and Mandarin like separately in my head, and hopefully they don't interfere with each other, but we will see how that will go. And then I have my bonus languages. So I said I'll do some dabbling in Italian, and then hopefully at the end of this year I'll do some Spanish. So I'm really, really looking forward to studying Spanish. I've been wanting to study it for ages, and perhaps I'll study these languages for longer. I don't know. So my language learning goals are extremely flexible. What I intend to do in the beginning of the year might completely change by the end of the year, so please don't take my goal setting video too seriously, because I know myself and I might change my mind, or I might suddenly have a new interest, so we shall see. Thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry it's late, and I hope that you will achieve everything that you want to achieve for 2023, and yeah, happy learning.